start out with public hearings. Ordinance number 19-21, an ordinance to amend ordinance number 1907, Darlington County FY 1920 budget. Ordinance for supplementary appropriation to the general fund to add personnel and staff to the effective date of this ordinance. Second reading. Anyone wish to speak to ordinance number 19-21? If not, I declare public ordinance 1921 closed. 1B. Ordinance number 1922. An ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of fee in lieu of tax agreement by and among a company known for the time being as Project Star. The company, Florence County, South Carolina, Florence County, and Darlington County, South Carolina, the county whereby the county will enter into a fee in lieu of tax agreement with the company, provided for payment by the company of certain fees in lieu of and valorium taxes provided for special source revenue credits in connection with such agreement, providing for the allocation of fees in lieu of taxes payable under the agreement for the establishment of a multi-county industrial park and other matters relating therefore. Second reading. No action. Does anyone wish to speak on ordinance number 19-22? If not, I declare ordinance number 1922 closed. Call to order. Mr. Douglas. Mr. Kilgore.
Yes, sir.
Father God, we all like to thank you, Lord, for last night's rest and a finger to wake on the blood this morning. And Father God, we're asking you today, come in this old building, touch each and every one that has attended today, O Lord. Father, because we know that you're the one and there is none other. And Father God, we're asking you today to go with hospitals, the homes, wherever the sick is, O Lord. Father, we're asking you to touch them, O Lord. Father, we know that you're the one and there is none other. Father God, we're asking you today, O Lord, to go with the foreign countries, touch our boys, men, women, give them some foresight of coming home one day. And Father God, we asking you today, O Lord, to lead us and guide us through this meeting. In your name's sake, amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Citizens' comments. Mr. George Kent. Welcome back, George.
Thank you. Would you so happen, the gentleman know that what I'm speaking of, what I would like to say to start this off tonight is that I have a problem on Martin Luther King and Russell Road with the cutting of the grass. I called the county the first time, and then I got this school superintendent to call the state to get the problem corrected with the kids crossing in front of cars, or yet they have to get the bushes. They can't walk. They're walking in the road and can't walk in those bushes for waiting. 4 times it's contracted cut, and we can't get it cut 1 time. That's when I called the county the first time. The second time I went to the state and I asked them about cutting it. They told me it was cut again. Bam, it wasn't cut again. So the problem is we having with the school kids, I mean, the child crossed early in the morning, that the idea how to endanger those kids have to walk down Martin Luther King or cross over a bus, cross over a car, something somewhere other than to say that's somebody else. That's something you don't want when it comes to a child, you say or hear. So if you're familiar with this incident, I had some back at school on that two kids cross or come down Washington Street to turn on Martin Luther King. But then the problem more again is with the grass growing up high, the trash that being thrown in those bushes when people come by, and the waste, they look like body waste that was totally uncalled for, being grown up. They just throw trash in. So I was wondering how the law will come in force and help us in my community as far as Russell Road, Martin Luther King. But it's a problem apparently. Trash now is not just being thrown from Walmart on the ground. They throw it in bags and et cetera now. So I'm wondering, can we get law enforcement or something to travel that road for some of this trash that we receiving on the south section of Hartsville, along with other problems that we have in there with the drains and all. But it look like it's just open country on the south section of Hartsville. And that's one of the main facts I'm here tonight. That's something somewhere hot, even with the law enforcement. I would love for them to work or let us know, other than the problem like what we had with the mosquitoes.
Thank you, Joey.
Mhm.
Personal appearances, have none. Consent agenda, receive this information. Make a motion.
Move to approve consent agenda items 6A through 6F.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, approval of minutes.
Move the approval of minutes
Second.
of the workshop on October 2nd.
You already got a second? Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. 7B, minutes of regular meeting, October 7th, 2019. Need a motion?
Move the approval.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it.
Mr. Chairman, at this time I move to bring forward executive session.
Second.
Any discussion? All right. For
Oh, well, we'll vote on it, then we'll do the other part.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
Mr. Chairman, at this time I move we go into executive session with members of council, our attorney, and our county administrator to receive legal advice for discussion of personnel matters as well as negotiation of, what's the
Proposed contractual matters in relation to Project Start.
Yes.
All right. Need a motion?
That was the motion.
All right.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. On executive session, no action was taken. We'll move forward. Mr. Kilgo will.
8A, ordinance number 19-19, an ordinance authorizing establishing a program to grant special property tax assessment to certain rehabilitated historical properties, i.e. the Bailey Bill program, and other matters thereto, related thereto. This is third reading. I move the approval.
Need a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Ms. Thomas?
8B, ordinance number 19-21. An ordinance to amend ordinance number 19-07, Darlington County fiscal year 1920 budget ordinance for a supplemental appropriation to the general fund to aid personnel and establish the effective date of this ordinance. Second reading. Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Item 8C, ordinance number 19-22, an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of tax agreement by and among a company known for the time being as Project Star. The company, Florence County, South Carolina, Florence County and Darlington County, South Carolina, the county, whereby the county will enter into a fee in lieu of tax agreement with the company, providing for payment by the company of certain fees in lieu of ad valorem taxes, providing for special source revenue credits in connection with such agreement, providing for the allocation of fees in lieu of taxes payable under the agreement for the establishment of a multi-county industrial business park and other matters relating thereto. Second reading. Move for approval of ordinance number 19-22.
Need a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Brown.
Resolutions, 9A, resolution number 710, memorandum of agreement and road acceptance of additional road right-of-way to pave Long Branch Road using CTC funds. Designated page 80, move for approval.
Need a second? Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
at this point, I would just like to observe, and it might be a legal point of order, I don't know, in reference to, if we turn to page 96, and I just want the record to state that this person who is deeding this property is Thomas Joyce W. And then it has Joyce W. Thomas, so that's not me. The record needs to note that it's not me, okay? Mr. Cox, do we need to do anything else?
No, ma'am, but I still think it's you.
Nah, because she's not married to Wayne.
All right.
Okay,
Any other?
as long as it's okay.
If not,
Okay, thank you.
call for a vote. Kilgore.
Aye.
Aye.
Dan.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Other items, 11A, appointments to boards and commissions to fill vacancies, expired term, and non-attendance. Note individuals whose term have expired can be reappointed. There is no limit on the number of terms, and individuals can serve on a board, commission, committee. Move for carryover on mine. Carryover, Mr. Carryover on Mr. Brown's. Okay. 11B, contract with Robert H. Goodson Jr. for architectural services for designing the new Darlington County Museum and Historical Commission.
Move for approval.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, ayes have it. Administration,
Have nothing additional for you tonight.
requests, comments, and members of council. Mr. Coker.
I don't have anything tonight.
Good evening, I just want to, it's that time again, time for the season. To the sheriff, fire department, EMS, a lot of calls are gonna start coming in, just be careful out there. So everybody get home to your family, safe and sound. That's it, Mr. Sheriff.
Douglas.
Go ahead and,
Flowers.
The only thing is, George brought up a relevant point on do we have at any point inmate labor that we may be able to go and clean up if there's trash and those sorts of things?
When that's a state road, we can certainly go pick up the trash, but unless you're gonna start cutting all state roads, we can send prison camp out there to pick up the litter once they cut the grass.
It would probably be nice to cut it before they cut the grass, get it up before they cut the grass.
We can send them out there and get them to try to pick it up before they cut the grass.
Because they cut the grass, you not good up and spray it.
We can do that, that's not a problem, Mitch can, put that on the list.
It's just an observation that I've noticed, these state roads, they're not getting it. I mean, they don't do it at what, you know, they need to, can't handle what are we gonna do? People just don't, you know.
I'm pretty sure to get back to the highway department.
But they need to do it. Hire some more people or something, you know, this be a big problem. And you're talking about kids crossing. That's dangerous.
Anything else, Ms. Thomas?
Oh, no, sir, not for that, but it's my
Yeah,
time
it's your
to
time.
comments. Oh, I'd just like to thank the, Environmental Services for the Sweet Potato Festival. I appreciate you all handing out the little bags.
Thank you.
And they were very good. Maybe, in the following year, you can go to the school every now and then, and you imagine what a child would say to a parent not to do that and, you know, stop the litter.
We do go to the schools.
You do?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think it was really, I like the bag. I still
Thank you.
have my bag.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Feel good.
Well, first of all, I read in the paper this morning where the state's got an extra $1 billion they gotta figure out what to do with. So maybe they can put a little extra in for cutting grass. Secondly, the only thing else I want to do is I read in the paper this morning that Kathy Dunlap is retiring as the director of the Hartsville Museum. I've only met her on a few occasions, but I know she has given 30 years to that group, and that she has done an excellent job. I've been in there a couple of times. I was amazed at some of the exhibits. So I just wanted to personally thank her as a member of this council for what she has done for Darlington County and for the city of Hartsville. Thank you.
Yeah, I did want to mention something. I don't know if some of you know it, but we're in Hartsville is hosting the 25th Players Championship Golf Tournament, which brings the highest ranked junior golfers in the state to Hartsville, to Darlington County, in 2 weeks. If you have any interest in golf, it is really an awesome display of talent. We've had tons of PGA Tour winners play in our event, and this is our 25th year of hosting it in Hartsville. Lewis is actually the chairman of the tournament, but it's something that we should really be proud of, because it brings a ton of people to Darlington County, stay in our motels, eat in our restaurants, and they're really high-level golf on display. If you have any interest, it's whatever, 2 weeks from yesterday, Saturday and Sunday, 15th and 16th in Hartsville Country Club. This really is an awesome thing, and it's our 25th year hosting it.
Brian, I'm finally glad we're getting started on your building.
Thank you.
Anybody that hasn't went to the historical society need to visit it. It's an amazing place to go get facts and information. I never knew that little building could hold so much data. It's amazing. In Darlington, we're getting the courthouse, so that's a good thing. It's gonna look good in downtown Darlington. Once again, I appreciate our employees for everything they do. Work with them, we couldn't be doing what we're doing. And on that note,
Move to adjourn.
Thank you.
Second.